This is gonna be my new favorite sweatshirt. Welcome back to the Spoonie Stitcher channel. I'm Shannon the Spoonie Stitcher. You're inside the stitchery, and I'm so happy you're here today. So if you're new, hi, I'm Shannon. I'm the Spoonie Stitcher. A spoonie is somebody who lives with chronic condition, and a stitcher is somebody who does art with textiles. See? That's crocheting, knitting, weaving, any kind of textile, sewing, any of those. This channel is all about creativity. If it can get your creative juices flowing, let's try it on this channel. I'm very excited for this fall because I'm going to start baking again. Yay! I haven't baked in like 3 years and I miss it. So I'm very excited, and I hope you're excited to join me on this journey of all the creative things we can do on this channel. So if that sounds like fun to you and you want to join this fun, crazy ride with me, then maybe you want to hit the subscribe button. I'll wait. It turns a pretty color if you do it. It gets all like rainbow colored and stuff. At least it used to. Does it still do that? Anyway, please, if you like this video, please hit the like button because it does help the algorithm, which helps the channel, which helps me give you more content. Remember to leave a comment down below. I read and answer every single comment, so please do. You are here for the Decade Divas. What's the Decade Divas? One moment, please. If you don't know what the Decade Divas is, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis, but if you want to know everything and how you can participate too, I will link the video down below where I explain everything. But the Decade Divas was based off of the October Opals, which is what Teresa, Ashley, and I started last year, which is people who were born in October decided to get together and crochet stuff. We found 3 of us. There's more, but that's how many we found at the time. So we called ourselves the October Opals, and we did like a spirit week last year, and that was a bit much for us, so we decided to do it week by week. And then we decided we needed more people. So we got more people to join us this year, and they weren't all born in October, so October Opals had to go, and Decade Divas was born. So we all chose a decade to host. Hi, I'm interrupting this video because I want to remind you about something very important. Did you see the video on how you can participate as well? I strongly recommend you do, because there's a... Yes, that. There's a giveaway. If you participate, you have a chance to win a really cool package from all 5 of us. We all put stuff in a box for you. How do you join? It's really easy. Make something that's, well, now you've only got the 60s and the 80s left. Make something that's 60s or 80s themed. Send me an email with the picture, or make a video and use the hashtag right here. I am drawing names live on the 31st. So, you've got only a little bit of time left to make something, so join in the fun! 60s or 80s, what could you make? And it doesn't have to be something that you just make now, something that you made in the past and you have a picture of it. Send me an email with that picture and the words Decade Divas in your subject line, and I will enter you in. One of the items is a furls hook. Just thought I'd mention that. Okay, back to the video. Make sense? Okay. I am so excited because today's host is me! So it's my birthday month, if you were not aware, and Amazon Prime Day had a deal. WandaVision is a show where basically they made them like trapped in a sitcom. So this one was the 50s, which was kind of like Dick Van Dyke and I Love Lucy all together. But because it's the 50s, I got the 50s one. I got 50s Wanda. There's a better view. And 50s Vision. You may not have any idea what these are, and that's okay, but they're here and they're decoration, and my justification was 50s and for the channel, and it's massively discounted. And it's my birthday. So today we are in the 1950s. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so 1950s is amazing. We got Elvis, sock hops, jukebox, malt shops, poodle skirts, cardigans, which I couldn't find mine, so you'll have to deal with just the sweater. And of course, fun musicals like Grease, which the way I'm dressed and everything, you think, oh, she's totally going with Grease. No, I did Grease. This video right here. So if you want to see anything about Grease, go there after this video. It's linked down below though. So I'm going to do a film. I know you're shocked. And I wanted to pick something that was really different. Now, of course, with the 50s, I could go with classic monster films. I mean, I've got the creature from the Black Lagoon right here. He is my pattern. Isn't he cute? I believe that was 1951. Or I could do the Wolfman, but he may not actually be in the 50s. So I could go with the classic monster films. I think I'd rather go with one of my favorite men, Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock is my favorite director of all time. I actually did a huge paper on him when I was a senior in high school, and I have a giant collage that I created myself that spins out like vertigo of his life and his films, and that hangs above my bed. His films are one of the most intriguing to me. I find them extremely fascinating, so I wanted to pick one of my favorites, and oh, it's really hard to choose. He made some great ones in the 50s, and there's some really, really, really good ones. So I had to pick my favorite one. Do you know which one it is? You can guess down below. Rear Window. One note, if you've never seen the film before, you can rest assured that nothing in this video will be a spoiler for you. So, because I want everyone to see it and I want you to be surprised. So it's really good. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the film because then my project will make sense. And let's take a trip in the courtyard. Window, 1954. Oh, it was the first color film that Hitchcock ever directed, and it was very important because it later inspired how he decided to go about making Vertigo. So Rear Window was actually inspired by a short story by Cornell Woolrich, sorry, his name's hard to say, called It Had to Be Murder. But it's loosely based on that. And it's actually, that was based on another story by H.G. Wells. Did you know that? L.B. Jeffries is a worldwide photographer who broke his leg. And so he is trapped in his little Manhattan apartment on a very, very hot summer. So the only people who really come into his apartment are his nurse slash housekeeper slash whatever. She's basically a mother hen, played by Thelma Ritter, and that is Stella. We love Stella. She's very down to earth. His girlfriend, Lisa Fremont, played by the stunning, and I wish she had made more movies, Grace Kelly. And his best friend, good friend, I don't know, Detective Thomas Doyle. He comes in later. Because there was no real entertainment and he's kind of trapped, he has a giant panel of windows and it looks out onto the courtyard. The courtyard is very open and it has all of these apartments that he can look into easily. Now, of course, there's always the issue with voyeurism and people talk about it, and we're not going to talk about it, okay? They address it in the movie. If he can see them, they can see him. Is it really private? So, he sees all these people, and he sees their little lives, and he gets to watch them like his own private little televisions. And the coolest part about it is when he gets bored of one story, he just moves his eyes to a different story. So he's given these people nicknames. Miss Lonely Hearts, Miss Torso, Miss Hearing Aid, The couple on the balcony, yeah, they didn't get a clever name. The jeweler and his wife, later we find out that their name's actually the Thorwalds. So, the newlyweds and the songwriter. So those are all the little apartments that we see. We see more of them, but nobody else gets a nickname because I guess their lives aren't interesting enough. I don't know.
One night, waking up from a very deep sleep, Jeffries hears a woman scream, but he doesn't think too much of it. However, the next day he looks across the way, and the jeweler is acting very oddly, and his wife has disappeared. Throughout the movie, Jeffries is convinced that something has happened, but he can't get anyone to believe him. Did something happen, or was he imagining it?
But the way that Alfred Hitchcock put all these characters in place is they actually represent something. Jeffrey kind of sees his life and different things that could happen in these characters. And there have been really deep psychological essays on this, and I'm not going to get that deep. But basically, the newlyweds represent what Jeffrey wants and fears at the same time. He wants to marry Lisa, but he doesn't think that they really work. Because then he sees the Thorwalds, the jeweler and his wife, how they don't get along. It's basically he is taking care of his invalid wife. Miss Torso is a pretty ballerina. She represents the kind of people he thinks he'd have to give up if he married Lisa. And Miss Lonely Hearts represents what he absolutely fears the most, and that is being all alone. The songwriter is what Jeffries wants. That's what he wants. He wants this happy, fun, great life where he just feels good and he gets to be creative. The songwriter writes music, and our protagonist, Jeffries, takes pictures. They're both art. He's a happy artist. That was intentional. And I'm positive Hitchcock did this on purpose because his music is one of the most important things in this film. You'll see. The songwriter is writing a song throughout this whole movie, and he finishes it at the end. He is building something throughout this entire movie. Any guesses what it is? I will tell you at the end of this video, unless if you don't want to be spoiled on what it is, then skip that part. Hitchcock liked to say, I enjoy playing the audience like a piano. So it's interesting that his cameo is with the songwriter who's playing the piano. I'm just saying. But he does. He plays you. L.B. Jeffries thinks there's a murder. It's hard to convince people there's no evidence. Is there a murder? Did anything actually happen, or is this poor guy completely innocent? We don't know till the very end. We're wondering, just like Jeffries. We get to figure it out with him. Did something happen or did something not? Is this the time when Hitchcock will really surprise us? Maybe. Remember I said that Alfred Hitchcock liked to play with color. He was very interested in playing with color because now the film is in color and now the audience can see everything. So he wanted to be very intentional on everything he picked. And he did that. He worked with Edith Head. He worked with Edith Head, who did the costumes. And she was very intentional. We'll get to her. The set designers, he was super intentional. Every little thing in this movie is there on purpose. Nothing is just thrown into the set. This is why Alfred Hitchcock has inspired so many directors, artists of all kinds, because he was very meticulous, and it showed. Color. Oh, what he did with color. First of all, the apartments. The apartments tell you about each character, more than you know. The songwriter has a very open window, a very big window with a pretty little balcony, and his house is all cool blues and whites. He's a happy guy. Yeah, he's got frustrations and he goes through a couple in the movie, but for the most part, he's a happy guy. His life is pretty great. And at the very end, it's really great. Miss Torso's apartment is gray, white, and yellow. She's a very innocent girl who men are trying to take advantage of, as you can see, as Lisa has one of the best lines in the movie. She says she has a woman's hardest job, juggling wolves. She has all these men constantly coming into her apartment, and L.B. Jeffries says that it reminds him of what Lisa's apartment must be like, and she corrects him. So, gray, because she's feeling a little bit stale. White because she is a pure girl. She has not done anything nasty. And yellow because she is actually very, very happy in her life. And we find out why she's so happy at the very end. Miss Lonely Hearts. Miss Lonely Heart's apartment is pink with green furniture. It was the 50s. So pink is, you know, she wants love and passion and sweetness and kindness and all the little happy things, but all her furniture and her clothing is green. Now, some of it is green like the kind of colors that you see for meaning fertility, like she wants to be a mom. And then also we have darker greens, which is like envy. She's envious of all of these people in love. The newlyweds apartment is white. New beginnings, nothing's happened yet. They have no history. They're newlyweds. Nothing has happened yet. Life is great. Everything is wonderful. There you go. The Thorwald's apartment is really interesting. So the way that they shot this is fascinating to me. You always see Mr. Thorwald on this side and Mrs. Thorwald is stuck in bed. She is an invalid. She is always sick. Her room is kind of a, not really aqua, but definitely a type of blue. And the rooms he's in, either the kitchen or the living room, is kind of a tan, dull brown. Do with that what you will. Now we've got LB Jeffrey's apartment. Lots of browns and grays. The man is bored. The reason he is looking out this window at these people is because he is bored. And so his apartment is boring and dull. And the only thing that gets exciting or has any color is when people walk into his apartment. So Lisa wears all these different outfits, which yes, we'll get to. And we get to see gorgeous pictures of Grace Kelly. But anyway, we see all these people come into his apartment and that's the only color in his life besides the outdoors. So even the set is telling you something. They even put Miss Lonely Hearts on the bottom floor. Like she's hit rock bottom. And Miss Torso is up and her apartment is very high, like she is, you know, happy in life and stuff like that. And then the highest one is the songwriter, so he's the happiest guy. I mean, intentional. Real quickly, I want to address how it was shot. So it was shot like we are LB Jeffries looking out at the world with him. The camera never moves. It pans, but it does not move from his apartment except once. Once in the whole movie do we see a different angle than he does. So we are either in the apartment with him, looking around his apartment, but we're not him. We get to see him interact with people. So we're either in his apartment or looking out his apartment, but we have not moved. Only one time does the camera zoom in on people enough that it's like we're out in the courtyard with them. And that is when something extremely tragic happens, which one of my friends has still never forgiven me for not telling her about this before we saw the movie. So anyway, that's the only time the camera moves out into the courtyard, and you know, it's as if Jeffries cannot see that well. To get close-up shots that are from Jeffrey's perspective, they didn't want to actually like go into the apartment and see it like it wouldn't be seen from a binocular or a camera lens, whatever he decides to use. So what they did was they got these giant cranes and zoomed in from his apartment to the other apartment to get these shots. So it could look like the camera or the binoculars. Those things were massive, but they did it and it looks really cool. It totally looks authentic.
Did you notice most of the window people dress in the same colors or complementary colors as their apartments? Look at Miss Torso. Black, white, peach, and pink. No, there's no yellow on her, but pink is still just as happy a color. Interesting, yes?
Edith Head is as intentional in her costuming as Colleen Atwood. These are my two favorite designers ever. I'm fascinated by this world. But I love movie clothes, movie and theater. because I love designers like Edith Head or Colleen Atwood who think about what they're wearing and why they're wearing it and who they are, who would wear this, basically. So let's talk about Lisa. Lisa Fremont. Lisa Fremont is a socialite, and so she dresses very, very well. She is in love with L.B. Jeffries. L.B. Jeffries is a down-to-earth, travels the world photographer. Obviously, these two worlds cannot mix, or can they? When you first meet her, she is in this absolutely stunning outfit, and they made a Barbie of her in this outfit. And I don't own it, and I wish I did. It's a stunning black and white gown, a very 50s silhouette, small waist, big skirt, and these beautiful off-the-shoulder curves. I love this dress. But she's in black and white, kind of showing the contrast of L.B. Jeffries. He's in blues and browns and stuff, and they obviously don't mix. So it's kind of showing the audience, maybe they don't work together. She's also in black and white because black and white is classy and polished. And that's exactly who she is. She's professional, polished, classy, and beautiful. She's also wearing red lipstick, which Miss Lonely Hearts also wears, because it was very popular at the time. The next dress she's in is this pretty black dress. I wish I had this one. Now, I have two theories about her dress. One I can't share with you because it would be kind of a spoiler if I did. But the other theory that I have is that she's still in black because there is still this contrast between the two, but also it's kind of sheer. So either that could show that the relationship is, they're either coming apart or he's letting her in. Don't know. Could represent either way. The next outfit she's in is very cute. She has a little hat that's white, a beautiful white blouse, a little green jacket and skirt. And she looks very polished, very professional, lots of accessories, which is very important to the scene. And she brings her little overnight case so that she can care for him because she's so cute. The very next outfit, which is kind of the same scene, is she changes into the nightgown, which is white and flowy, and the robe is very sheer. Maybe she's thinking wedding? Unfortunately, this beautiful outfit is interrupted by a very tragic scene, so that is sad. But the two start to get closer to each other, so L.B. Jeffries and Lisa Fremont start to bond closer, and this moment literally brings them close together. So, maybe that means that both of them are more open to some change. The next one is, I think, my favorite in the whole film. It's this adorable little summer dress that she wears. It's white with yellow flowers all over it. Kind of like Miss Torso, who he compared her to earlier, is her apartment is white and yellow. So I think that is on purpose. I think that is to show that Lisa is a free spirit. She has absolute free will. She does whatever she wants, but she's also fun and happy and a little bit of a daredevil, apparently. If you know, you know. The very last time we see Lisa in a different outfit is the very end. She is in sensible shoes, not high heels, jeans, and a really cute little collared top. I can't tell if this is like salmon or red or pink or whatever because different qualities of the film, I can't tell. The colors change. So you guys tell me what color you think it is. But anyway, she's obviously starting to embrace his world. I mean, she's still wearing earrings and makeup and everything, but she is reading a book about the Himalayas, I think. And so, I mean, she is starting to try and accept his world. But at the same time, when he falls asleep, she picks up a fashion magazine because she's Lisa. Stella is in lots of browns, tans, neutrals, because she's grounded, she's mother hen. She doesn't need to be flashy. She's a very sensible person. There you go. It's very interesting how they use browns with her versus the browns at Jeffrey's apartment. Jeffrey's apartment, they look dull and boring. And Stella looks like, yeah, she kind of blends in, but she's very sensible. And the way she acts and everything, it just, there is a contrast. Even when she's in his apartment, you can see the differences between the world of his apartment and the world that is Stella. Miss Lonely Hearts wears lots of greens. Again, going back to her apartment being green. Same thing. Real quickly, I want to talk about one particular actress in this film, and that is Georgina Darcy, the 17-year-old ballet dancer, Miss Torso.
She plays a young adult in this film. I just want to clarify that she is not a teenager.
So she was just a ballet dancer. She'd never acted in her life. She had no intention of acting in movies until Alfred Hitchcock saw her in a modeling picture and said, "You, I want you." And so she got to meet Alfred Hitchcock and he hired her. So she wanted a choreographer to help her with her dance moves and stuff like that. And he said, "No, just make it up. I want you to make up your own choreography because I want it to be like you were a ballet student. So you're still learning." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So she got to play around and dance however she wanted. They stocked her fridge. She got to basically just live there while they were shooting other things. So she basically lived in her little apartment all day while they shot, and then she went to her little hotel or whatever when they were done. But she loved it. She was fine with it. She had lots of fun. The last day of shooting was her birthday. She turned 18, and Alfred Hitchcock got her a cake that was her torso. And it said, "Happy birthday, Miss Torso." And everybody came and they threw a little party. How sweet is that? That is so cute, right? I love that. Also, do you know the songwriter? You may not know his face, but you definitely know what he created. His name is Ross Bagnazarian. He created the Chipmunks. Yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Christmas, Christmas. Yeah, we can thank him for that. Or not, however you feel about the Chipmunks, but he created Alvin and the Chipmunks. Also, Alfred Hitchcock did not have a cameo in every single one of his movies. That is a myth. He only cameoed in 40 of them. So if you've never seen this film, I highly recommend it. It is wonderful. I love it. It's one of my absolute favorite films of all time, but it is definitely my favorite Hitchcock film. I am enjoying covering all these films with you guys. I hope you're enjoying it too. Thank you for watching. Hey. New day, new outfit. So, I need to show you what I actually made for this entire thing because I filmed this entire video and forgot to show you what I made. First, I want to show you what I decided to make that I really didn't need to make and it was not necessary, but if you know me, you know I love corgis and I love making corgis, and so this is my little corgi and she's in a poodle skirt. So this is a little bead charm that I sewed on there. So she's dancing. my little 50s dancer corgi in her poodle skirt and her little cardigan. So completely unnecessary, not really relevant to any of my other projects, but it's the 50s and I had to do a poodle skirt. I just had to, you know, so whoop. So there she is, and she'll sit here. Poodle skirt corgi. Okay, what I made was I had the idea that I wanted to make a bag, and I wanted to make a symbolism bag. This is all my design. Every single one of these appliques is 100% mine. I just made it up off my head. Please don't ask me for a pattern. I didn't write anything down, but I do kind of want to do something like this again. I see myself making a lot of these, so. This is my rear window tote bag. Well, it's more of a purse, but yeah. So, every single one of these is an applique. So we have L.B. Jeffries with the camera. Lisa Fremont is the beautiful purse. And I even used a shiny yarn so that it would have a pearlescent, expensive looking feel. We have the songwriter with the keyboard. And of course, Miss Torso and the ballerina shoes. This one was the most painful. But it does look so cute, right? And then the back of the bag. The worst magnifying glass I think I've ever made in my life, but that's Thomas Doyle. A broken heart right here is Miss Lonely Hearts, and a giant splatter of blood. So it is lined in felt, and it looks pretty good. If I can stand up for you guys, hold on. So as you can see, the bottom of the bag kind of hits my hip, and the top is about right under my bust, which is pretty good. I like it. It's crossbody, but it's still short. So I can reach in there, grab things. Yeah. So that's what I made. And I see myself making more of these. This is really fun. It's like this is a kind of a fandom item without being in your face. You know, also it makes people question, what is that? So nothing on here says Rear Window or Hitchcock or Jimmy Stewart or anything like that. And then of course, you know, you turn to the back and you've got blah. Giant splatter of blood, which this is the best yarn. I can't believe it's called cherry something. This is blood. This is blood. This is, look at all the colors. That is blood. Dried blood, wet blood. Yeah. Anyway. Big twist, you need to hire me to name your yarns. I'm just saying. Anyway, but that is what I made. I made a tote bag. Okay, so I'm at this part and I just realized if I hadn't have sewn the part so small, I could totally make a pocket. I could have made a blood-stained pocket. Well, that's happening in the future. I love it. It does not fit my phone. I am disappointed, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to sew it down, but how cute would that have been? What do you guys think? Should I make more of these? I really want to make a Wicked one, but I don't think I can make one in time for going to the movie, but I would love to make a Wicked version. I think that would be fun. And I'd love to make a Disney one with like maybe my favorite Disney characters or something represented somehow. An all Broadway one would be really fun. I might even do like a WandaVision one. I mean, that would be really fun too. So yeah, but what do you guys think of my tote bag, purse? Well, it's a bag, whatever, it's a bag. So I made bag and corgi. That's it, that's what I made. I have a package from Sonnet at the Sonnet Silence. She is my swap box partner. Everybody swapped boxes and there were 5 things that we were supposed to include. A skein of yarn, a notion, an item that represents our decade, the person you're sending to's decade, something that represents fall somehow, and a hook, I believe. I think that was the 5th item. If I'm wrong, I will write the correct item down here. But I'm so excited, Sonnet! Yeah! So Sonnet was my swap partner. Everything was random. Everything was random. I spun a wheel, and that's who that person had. She put it in this cute little bag. Is this a card? Do I need to read this? No, it's just a label. Okay. Oh my goodness, there's more than 5 things in here. Okay, I see the skein of yarn. I love this yarn. Oh my gosh, y'all, it matches my outfit. Well, how perfect is that? It was meant to be. So this is, what color is this? Crushed raspberry. Ooh, okay. We have a cute little baggie. Aw, what did you do? You made me something, didn't you? Oh my gosh. Oh my stars. She made me stitch markers. The moon. I love moon stuff. I've loved moon stuff since I was a little girl. Oh, y'all look. Look at this little moon stitch marker. How cute is this? And then this one, so pretty. And this one is so cute. It's a little creature that has a yarn ball. Oh, that's so cute. That's absolutely darling. Thank you. Ah. Okay. And hook. Oh. Also, Yarnology 4mm, perfect, and it's turquoise. Awesome. I like these, I've used these. Swedish sponge cloths. Oh yeah, these are the reusable cleaning cloths. But it's got this beautiful fall decoration. Oh, these are almost too pretty to use. Can I use the other side? I can use the other side. There we go. Oh, these are beautiful. Thank you. There's a note. I'm sorry if I was supposed to do the note first. It was on the bottom. Thank you so much for organizing a fun collab. I really enjoyed the journey we have all experienced over the past few months. Enjoy your goodies, Sonnet. Aw, I'm so glad you could join us. I'm so glad you were part of this. What is this? It's a sweatshirt. No! No! This is gonna be my new favorite sweatshirt. Oh my gosh, did you make this? Cause you have a Cricut. Did you make this? You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me, girl. Y'all, it's a pin-up 50s pin-up witch. What? Ow. New favorite sweatshirt. Saying it now. New favorite sweatshirt. Thank you. This is so stinky cute. You made this, didn't you? You did. You did not buy this. You made this. I love it. I love it. I love pinup art, and I've been seeing all these different fabrics that have the pinup witches, and it's like, oh, I need an excuse to buy that. It's so cute. Thank you, Sonnet. This is adorable. Oh, thank you so much, Sonnet. This is awesome. I'm very excited to try out those claws. And I want to put on the sweatshirt like now, but I've got more to film. So thank you so much for being part of this. You are a wonderful addition to all of this. We are so happy to have you. Okay, for those of you who have seen the film or you don't mind spoilers, the song that the songwriter is writing throughout the whole movie kind of reflects the relationship between Lisa and L.B. Jeffries. When they have tense moments, he's a frustrated songwriter. When they have sweet moments, he's able to create more of the song. And by the very end, he has a whole song, and the song we find out is called Lisa. Okay, thank you all for joining me. I hope you liked the 50s. Next week is the 60s with Teresa at Critters Crochet. Please go check out her channel if you've never seen her. She's one of the divas, so make sure you see her 50s video as well. But she is next week's host, where we are going back to the 60s, baby. Please leave a comment. I love all your comments. I read them. I respond. I love hearing from you guys. Remember to hit the like button. It helps my channel. And subscribe if you like this. Remember, life happens, yarn helps, and spoonies can stitch it up too. Bye!